Hello YouTube. I know I haven't made videos for a while because I was busy with trying out other things, but here I'm back because I just enjoy making videos and talking to myself so much that I have to give this another shot. So the question we are going to examine today is, what is happiness? Is it something that you can attain from relentlessly chasing after goals, or is it more of something that will come to you when you have attained a sort of maybe physical and emotional state, or is it something that comes to you when you will it into your existence? So these are questions that naturally come to mind when you question what exactly is happiness. Many years ago, when I was in primary school, elementary school, I asked my mom the very same question. How come the kids around me are so happy, and yet, despite how much I thought about happiness, I'm not? And so my mom told me this, that if you truly desire to seek happiness, then you have to learn to care for the people around you. For happiness is something that's attained by sharing it with others. Happiness is something that you get when you give. So following my mom's advice, I joined volunteering when I was studying a diploma in engineering. And so I taught Kids Weekly, and to some extent I genuinely felt this this sort of peace, this sort of joy, this sort of love in me as I was, giving back to society, as I was caring for the kids, as I was genuinely wishing the very best for them. And also I realized another form of joy came from being around the volunteers, because the volunteers all had a kind heart. So along such lines of exploration, I went into national service, and that's when I found that no matter how hard I try to be happy, it was difficult to be happy because the people around me aren't. So at this point, I came to several conclusions about happiness, and my definition of happiness is this: you feel some sort of, emotions within you that's not fleeting, it's longer lasting. Maybe it can last a day or two, and you generally feel fulfilled and whole and content because you're just happy, you're just feeling very positive emotions at the point that you are in. Nothing needs to change. There's no happier or happier. Maybe there's different degrees that you can feel that sort of euphoria. No, but there is no happier. You're just either happy or you're not, and that's what I'll come to conclude. So so from there came out with several conclusions. First, helping others makes you happy. Second, being around happy people makes you happy. And third, being around unhappy people makes it hard to be happy. So we can further simplify those two, that help in helping others. You're actually having a positive thought in your head. So it's a positive relationship not only with others but with yourself as well. So having positive thoughts, being kind to others means being kind to yourself, and so having a kind heart makes you happy. And being around happy people means being around people with a kind heart. Going by previous one of being around having a kind heart makes you happy. So being around people with a kind heart makes you happy. So in short, this kindness within yourself and within others makes you happy. So that's the first conclusion that I came to in my search for happiness. So following on, I made several other conclusions as well. In that, when my family members are very happy, I feel happy whenever I go home. And no matter how difficult work or school or other areas of life can be, this level of contentment and this level of happiness will last for quite a long duration. So it made me understand that yes, being around people who are kind and happy makes me happy, but having family members that are happy affects me to a greater extent than being around people who are just happy but not so close to me. So in short, happy people that are not as close to you can make you happy. Happy people that are closer to you, like close friends, makes you even more happy. Happy people that are the closest to you, aka your family members, affects your happiness the most. And deeper to that, the happiness, joy within yourself affects your happiness level to the greatest extent. So on this note, perhaps happiness, not the fleeting kind that you can get from playing a game of league, or just eating a nice meal or two, not the kind of fleeting happiness that I'm talking about, but the kind that is generally longer lasting. can be found by surrounding yourself in in nice environment with a happy culture, and by seeking to be kind-hearted and happy yourself. So happiness is not so much a process whereby we chase endlessly after what we cannot get, or not so much a materialistic process whereby you buy something, you attain a goal or something and you get happy for a few hours, but more of a long lasting process in which you build meaningful connections with the people around you and yourself. So after I came to the conclusion, I came to this conclusion, then I asked myself, so many years ago I struggled to be happy, but now it's very very easy to be happy because I found out that all these things matter, and so all that I need to do to become happy is to just surround myself with happy family, happy friends. And so it made me question, why was it that hard for me to be happy back in the days? And so I questioned along these lines, and I realized back in the past I cared more about success. I cared more about being best than anything else in the world. So because of that, wanting to help others isn't my priority. It's always, what can this person do for me? What can I get out of this? So in the process of always trying to utilize your environment, utilize the people around you, and even utilize yourself to maximize your exploits, to maximize your gains. You're using everyone as a vehicle, as a tool, even yourself, to get somewhere. So in the process of that, you fail to be kind to yourself. You fail to be kind to others. You fail to love yourself, and you fail to love others. So that's one part that I realized. That if you truly want to be happy, stop chasing after happiness. Decide that you deserve happiness and you want to be happy, and somehow the world will manifest it for you. So people will come, happy people will come into your life. You will be more likely to focus on happy thoughts than unhappy thoughts. So that's the first part of happiness that I came to a conclusion to, that people and yourself makes you happy. So here comes the second part. So again, we are talking about happiness that's not fleeting but the longer lasting kind. So I realized that I not only do I get happiness from people, but I get happiness from certain endeavors as well. So let's talk about this. So first, I realized that I get this deep source of meaning and happiness when I discuss about philosophy, when I discuss about psychology, or when I have deep meaningful conversations with my friends, or I just joke around and have a meaningful clown party with my friends, so on and so forth. And upon examination, I realized that the same very things that give me happiness, like philosophy, psychology, and very deep conversations, and joking around, might not necessarily give happiness to my peers. So for them, it might be other things like maybe bodybuilding in the gym, or maybe buy shit materialistic again. Maybe just maybe having a legal collection, or building upon some sort of project to satisfy some sort of their curiosity, things like that. And I would say this is your passion. These are things that you enjoy doing. These are things that you find the value and meaning to, and you get happiness out of it. So when I try to force myself to do things other than the things that I'm passionate about, I find that no matter how well I perform at something, for example, I did well at math, but I'm quite good at gaming as well, but math and gaming just didn't seem to quite give me the same amount of happiness that philosophy and psychology provides. So with that, I came to the conclusion that there's different things that gives people happiness in life. So I don't think that I would challenge the assumption that having quality family members and quality friendship and being kind to yourself will make you happy, because it is sort of feel like a human thing. Maybe it can be subjected to the deeper analysis for psychopaths and sociopaths per se. But on the other hand, passions and what you get utility from and happiness from seems to differ from one group of person to the other group. And so I would suggest that another part of happiness is the happiness that comes from the pursuit of something. Not so much of the pursuit for an end goal, but more of a pursuit to find out what path you want to take in life, what career paths, what academic paths, or what hobbies do you want to do during your free time, or is there anything that you want to spend your time working on. So it's a quest to find something that can give you happiness in life. So once you have found that something, you don't necessarily need to become best at it or chase after certain things. You just need to get yourself on the path and then walk the trail. So with that, two conclusions to happiness. First, love yourself, love the people around you, and really enjoy the company, and be a kind-hearted person. That's the first part that I came to. And the second part is to find what you enjoy doing, and then do what you enjoy doing, and if possible, try to make that contribute to society. Because contribution, like again the first part, being kind to others, and try to monetize it as well, because you need to survive. So two parts of happiness. First, the part that's within, just sit rested and it will come to you. And second, the part that you need to find, and once you have found it, you need to actively pursue it. And so when I came to these conclusions, it made me realize that happiness isn't that profound as it seems. It's something that's within our grasp, something that we can find. But why is it that despite being so easily graspable and so easily found, people struggle to be happy? So take this question: do you want to be happy? Most people without thought, they will say yes. Who the hell doesn't, right? When you're happy, you are higher performing, you are just high spirited. People are gravitated towards you, and you get more energy, to do things. So naturally, everyone wants to be happy. But sometimes we get so caught up in our goals that we be like, nah, I don't care about happiness. I need to finish this project by today. I don't care about happiness. I need to win this competition at all costs. I don't care about happiness. I need to perform well in this examinations, in this project, and so on and so forth. So realize that to us intrinsically, happiness is always very important. But sometimes our goals, our quest for happiness gets caught up in the quest that society has bestowed upon us, that we no longer focus that much on our goals. Because so what, you're happy, so what, you lead a content life, what you're happy, so but what do others care about? You being happy, if you're not successful, you're not contributing to society, then there's nothing great that comes from it. So people wouldn't really respect you for it. People might like you for it, but they wouldn't respect you for it. And over a long period of time, your social status might just dip, even though you're the happiest guy in the country. So it follows that we are often too concerned about what the external society cares about us, such that we focus more on delivering goals that they want to be met, rather than delivering the needs to meet our inner goals. And so I'm going to ask you this question: do you think that a life without happiness, but with achievement, success, and everything that society considers well done alone, will make you have some sort of good life? Or will you think that a life that's focused on everything that you think will make you happy alone, without caring about external success, would that make your life perhaps better? So the answer is straightforward. If you care about external goals only, then you will never be truly happy. But if you care about internal goals only, you might be quite happy, but the happiness wouldn't last, because you wouldn't be able to get a job, you wouldn't be able to get a social circle of people who support you in your quest for happiness, you wouldn't be able to make ends meet, you wouldn't be respected at all. So the answer is really simple. You need to find a moderation, you need to meet the external goals of society, and also to find some way to meet your internal quest for happiness. So when your internal quest for happiness and the external goals that society wants you to accomplish meets, then that's the perfect balance, in that you are true to both yourself and society. So obviously there must be some sort of trade-off, in that you cannot fully care about yourself and fully care about environment, the society, because that doesn't work. So it must be that you sacrifice some degree of happiness to get work done, and you sacrifice some degree of your work to get your personal satisfaction and happiness filled. So in that, you are able to marry both external and internal goals. You'll be able to be somewhat happy and somewhat fulfilled at the same time. So that to me is what I've come to conclude in my quest for happiness. So thank you for watching this video. I didn't script it or anything. So future videos will probably be in a similar format. I come up with a topic and then I just let my mind flutter across the topic and I share them freely, because I believe that's how conversations should be held, and I don't really want to make it into a formal presentation. Also, if you appreciate this video, please like and comment, and maybe not share, because I don't really need the views to rise. So yeah, just like and comment so that I know there's an audience who appreciate this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend ahead. Okay, let me see. Thanks.